When sophomore year began, I felt something I didn't expect. Not confidence exactly, but a quiet steadiness. I knew where the library was. I knew which cafe had the cheapest muffins. I even recognized a few faces. I didn't feel like a visitor anymore. But my hands were still cold when I walked into the academic advising center to choose my major. The hallway smelled like printer ink and carpet cleaner. I sat in a plastic chair holding a clipboard with 2 empty boxes. English, engineering. It felt like choosing my entire future with one pen stroke. Last Saturday, I dialed the number of Mr. William Harris, the World War II veteran who sponsored my scholarship. He picked up on the second ring. "Rain, how's my favorite college student?" I laughed softly. "I'm trying to choose my major." "Ah," he said, "the big fork in the road." I told him everything, how English felt like home, how engineering felt powerful, how I didn't want to disappoint anyone. He listened quietly, the way he always does. Then he said, "Rain, when I first met you, I didn't sponsor you because of what job you might get. I sponsored you because you had a voice worth hearing. Choose the path that lets that voice grow." His words settled into me like warm sunlight. Later that afternoon, I met Jay at the campus cafe. He was already there, writing something on his notebook, a half-finished iced coffee beside him. "So," he said, "major crisis?" I groaned. "How did you know?" "You have the same face I had when I had to choose mine." I told him about English, about engineering, about the space shuttle documentaries that kept me up at night. Jay nodded thoughtfully. "You know, Rain, you don't have to be one thing. You can major in English and still take engineering classes. You can write about science. You can bridge worlds." "Bridge worlds," I repeated. The phrase felt right, like something I had been trying to say but didn't have the words for. Jay smiled. "You're good at that already." When I finally sat down with Dr. Patel, she asked me one simple question. "When you imagine your future, what feeling do you want?" I closed my eyes. Not a job title, not a salary, just a feeling. "I want to feel connected," I said. "Like I'm using my voice, like I'm building bridges between people." She smiled. "That sounds like English." After the meeting, I walked across campus. The trees were full and green. Someone practiced guitar near the fountain. A skateboard rattled past. Everything felt alive. I remembered the first English essay that made my professor smile. The night I stayed up watching Challenger documentaries. How stories helped me understand America. How engineering made me feel curious and brave. Mr. Harris's voice telling me my voice mattered. Jay telling me I could bridge worlds. 2 different kinds of courage. I sat on a bench and pulled out the form again. English, engineering. I whispered, "I can love both, but only one feels like home." I circled English. Then, in the notes section, I wrote, "Plan to take engineering electives. Interested in aerospace history and technology." A small smile tugged at my lips. I wasn't choosing between 2 worlds. I was building a bridge between them. As I walked back to my dorm, the sun warm on my shoulders, I know I'm choosing who I want to become. That evening, I met Mary and Annika in lounge room, where the air smelled with sweet cake and someone's barbecue drifting from the courtyard. We sat as always did, close enough to bump shoulders, relaxed enough to laugh at nothing. I told them I had finally chosen English as my major, with engineering electives on the side. Mary clapped so loudly a group of freshmen turned to look. "Rain, that's perfect for you," she said. Anika grinned and announced she had chosen psychology because she wanted to understand why people think the way they do. Mary proudly declared she was going into business, "So I can run a company and give you both jobs someday." We burst into laughter, the kind that feels like sunlight inside your chest. For a moment, the 3 of us just sat there. 3 girls from 3 different countries, each choosing a future in our own way, but celebrating together.